going on, everybody? It's your boy X here, and I'm back today with another video. Oh man, so today we're gonna be taking a look at the Xbox and the Xbox Series S and X. UI and stuff like that. So Xbox came out and they did a whole walkthrough what the UI looks like and stuff like that. How to get just like a hint and stuff, or like what the UI is gonna look like, what's the features, what's new. I am doing all the videos in the same day and stuff like that. It's easier for me because of my work schedule, stuff like that. It's so easier if I do all my videos in one day and then just drip feed them, throughout the throughout the week and stuff like that. So it's easier for me, stuff like that, and just to keep giving you guys content and stuff like that. So yeah, so we're gonna be breaking everything down and stuff like that and reacting to it. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure that you share this video out because that'll help the channel out so much. Now, let's just get right into it.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Malik Prince, and November 10th is right around the corner. So you know what that means? The launch of the Xbox Series X, our fastest, most powerful console ever, and the Xbox Series S, smallest Xbox ever, packed with next-gen performance. They're both right around the corner. Super exciting time. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk you through a full demo from top to bottom, unedited, to showcase the entire experience on a full retail unit, by the way, just like the one you get on launch. But of course, I can't do it alone, so with me from the Xbox engineering team, it is Harrison Hoffman. Harrison, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Malik?
I'm pumped. I'm excited. It's a new generation of games. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the horizon. Cyberpunk thing coming out. It's a great time to be a gamer.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get started in just a second, but just want to.
Cyberpunk got delayed. I'm gonna make a video about that.
Quick note that even though we're showcasing the Xbox Series X today, we also have the Xbox Series S here, and with both of these consoles, we're really talking about faster load times, higher frame rates, and richer, more dynamic worlds. And so you're gonna see that today. But Harrison, I'm a mind reader. I can tell the comments are gonna be, get into it already. So let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right, let's not keep them waiting. Let's turn this thing on.
Boom.
Here we go.
Again, exciting time for the team. So much work has gone into this. I bet you're pumped.
Oh yeah, I mean, the team's been working on these consoles for years at this point, so we're all just really excited for gamers all around the world to get their hands on it.
I love it, I love it. So first thing we notice when we...
Can you guys see that right there? Now, look at this. That's like the same user face. Okay. I was thinking about it was going to be a little bit different.
We turn on the console, it's home, of course. So let's walk through what's new here.
First thing here, the team has really spent a lot of time over the last year plus, really simplifying, optimizing, refining the experience on Xbox here to really make it one. Simpler and more accessible for people who are new to Xbox, who might not have ever had an Xbox console before, and then two, to make it a lot more powerful and useful for people who are those upgraders and those kind of loyal Xbox gamers. So when I land here on home, really the intention of home is to give you quick access to the games that you were playing recently, as well as give you easy ways to discover new games to play. Yeah,
and I'd be remiss if I didn't call out these sick dynamic backgrounds that I see going on here. What's up with that?
For sure. So this is exclusive to Xbox Series X and S. These are our new dynamic backgrounds here. We have one for each color that you can pick on the system, and we're hoping to add more in the future too.
Love that. Looking forward to that. So obviously launch day, people are probably going to want to play a game or two on their console. So what do you want to play first? Let's jump into something.
Yeah, let's just dive straight into Gears 5 here. I think that's a good place to start.
Very good choice. Very good choice.
And the big reason why I wanted to start with this game here, this is obviously a game from the Xbox One generation, and it was really like a visual showcase at the time.
It's not a cold boot, by the way.
Really stunning game, and the Coalition has done a lot of great work to really make this game shine on Xbox Series X and S. So they've gone and done all the optimization work for it. We see this game now running at a beautiful 4K 60 here in the campaign, and it's just looking better than ever before. One thing to really call your attention to here are the detail of the textures. And that's because we are actually using the same textures that we use in the PC version of Gears 5 when it's running under ultra settings. And that's something that we couldn't do before on Xbox One X, but now we're able to do on Xbox Series X. So it's really, really great to see the game just looking phenomenal here.
And in versus multiplayer, that frame rate's going all the way up to 120, right?
So that was actually one of the first things that I did when I got access to this version of Gears, and I fired up the versus multiplayer just to see what the 120 frames per second really feels like. And I think a lot of people can really relate to that jump from 30 to 60 and really being able to feel the difference there. And then going from 60 to 120, it just feels like incredibly smooth. It's kind of like a gameplay experience like I've never had before, honestly.
Bro, if Xbox do not start getting some new IPs and they keep relying on Halo Gear and Forza to sell the Xbox. Now, I get it. That they're not trying to sell you hardware. They're trying to sell you on the Game Pass. Game Pass is a phenomenal subscription. I have it. And stuff like that. The whole family has it. But, come on, man. Like, I'll get
Nice.
to
Well, I
it,
just
and
upgraded my
then
TV, so I'm
I'll
excited to
talk
check
about
that
it.
out. All right, so maybe you're playing Gears and you want to check in what your friends are up to, or maybe start a party. So let's check out the guide. What's going on here?
Yeah, so all I have to do here is just hit the Xbox button, and it just pulls up the guide. And you can just think of this as our, sort of over game menu. So it's going to come up over the top of any game that you're playing on the system.
It's the same menu
Here and gives you quick access to those things that you might want to do while you're actually playing a game. So, being able to quickly switch between your games and apps, check out your notifications, take a look at your friends list, your party chats, your messages, your achievements, and really just having all that at your fingertips without disrupting the game at all.
I love it. Let's hit up another game. What do you want to play?
Well, I think we've got to dive into Dirt 5 next.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Dirt
God.
5. I'm excited
Yeah,
for this.
for
This
sure.
is a very beautiful game.
For sure. First thing that I want to call your attention to is
Did you hear what he said? A very beautiful game. Now, I know, guys, since I've been gone, this blew up and stuff. I was going to make a video about it, but I totally forgot about it. But the memes that came out of the Dirt 5 that was running on Dirt 5 on the Xbox, 4K 120, because they pushed it all the way to frame 120, and they had, of course, that's going to sacrifice some of the graphics. But goddamn, that thing was looking like PS2 type tier. They're showing this off?
transitioning here is this little quick resume icon at the top. And this is a brand new feature that we have for Series X and S. And what quick resume does is it allows you to instantly pick up where you left off across multiple games in the system. So, I mean, if you're like me, like I'm playing, 3 or 4 games probably at a time. Maybe some I'm playing with my friends, some's maybe like a more serious game I'm playing by myself. Maybe there's kind of a more casual game I like to jump into occasionally. And I can have all those games like hot and ready to play here. So just quick resuming into Dirt 5, like I'm just right back here in the middle of the race, and everything's just looking phenomenal.
Yeah, I feel like a broken record, but this is stunning. When you get a console on launch, I feel like racing games do such a great job of showcasing it, and you see like the cars, the reflections, the dirt. Let's name the game. Flying everywhere. It's just a really cool,
Did they forget their contact lenses or their glasses? Because it looks okay, but it doesn't look that good.
Cool showcase of next gen. But of course, we've talked about this game being on Series X and Series S.
Are you They literally just said that thing, it looks beautiful and gorgeous. They must have this on 120 and stuff frame rates, because this.
Let's go back in time. Big focus on Xbox has been compatibility. So let's showcase a back-to-back game. What do you want to showcase?
So let me pop up in the guide again. Let's just jump over to Subnautica, which is a great game from Xbox One as well. And one thing you're going to notice as soon as we quick resume back over to this game is that these colors in this game are looking better than they've ever looked before. So let me just dive into the water here. And that's actually all thanks to a new feature that we have, a platform level feature called Auto HDR.
Did you see that pop in? Did you just see that pop in? Why would you show these games to show off the UI? And come on, Xbox. As a PlayStation fan an Xbox fan. Come on, Xbox. Come on. I'm still gonna buy the Xbox stuff, but come on. You're showing off the UI that is the same exact UI from the past Xbox One and Xbox One X consoles with this same features but just similar tweaks. I get it. You don't want to fix what's not broken. The UI on the Xbox One is not bad. It's not bad and stuff like that. I kind of prefer over the PS4 one, but come on. And you're showing Dirt 5, you're showing games like this. You got to show people what this system can do. And they see games like this and Dirt 5 and Gears 5, they're going to be like, why do I have to spend $500 to get an Xbox? And you show me games like this. Like, where are the games that are supposed to look next gen? Like, I love Xbox, but damn.
That's exactly what it sounds like, and it adds HDR to games that have never had it before, which is like a crazy impressive feature. And even games for the Xbox 360, for the original Xbox, you can go play Fusion Frenzy, which was a launch day game on the original Xbox in HDR, and it's just really kind of breathing new life into these games. These fantastic classic games on Xbox.
Fusion Frenzy, one of the first game that I ever played on Xbox. So I'm definitely excited to jump in, and that's what we've kind of been talking about: thousands of games across 4 generations. Okay, cool. So I'm looking at this game. This is pretty awesome, and I also been checking out that controller. But
oh, come on, man! You cannot say that over straight. I know that this is PR, but come on, that game is awesome. Yeah, the word might look cool, but come on, come on. I know that Xbox is all about their Game Pass now and stuff. They're not trying to sell you the system, but what I'm seeing, it's like there's no really need to upgrade to the next Xbox and stuff. At least not yet, because I don't know.
Familiar, but I know a few tweaks to make it even better, right?
Yeah, for sure. So this is the brand new Xbox wireless controller. So this is going to come with your Xbox Series X or S when you get it. It's also obviously available to purchase separately. And there's a few things that you're going to notice when you get this controller. The first thing is that it feels really, really comfortable in your hands. So we've taken everything that we've learned from making the Xbox One controller, listening to fans and feedback, doing a lot of testing with real people all around the world, and we've actually slightly improved the ergonomics of this controller and made it just like ever so slightly smaller so that it feels even more comfortable in more people's hand sizes, which is awesome, and really kind of making gaming more accessible to more people, which we love doing for sure.
Love that. So the D-pad, I know, inspired by the Elite Series 2.
Yeah.
You got textured grips and on the triggers and bumpers. That's pretty cool. But I know one thing that I love to do is share my experiences in the games, even if they're terrible, like they usually are in multiplayer games. But I know it's quicker than ever to share directly from the Xbox wireless controller, right?
Yeah, for sure. So right here on the controller, we have a new button, and it's called the share button, and it's super useful. All I have to do...
They literally stole that from Sony. They say, you know what, Sony had that share button. Yeah, let's put it on our controller and say that is a new feature. Like, oh, come on, man. Microsoft, you have Sony out here putting out literally like, I have my Xbox One controller, and I got my DualShock 4 somewhere else. You couldn't tell me that you couldn't come up with something better, like a better controller, like a design or more features. Like Sony's putting in haptic feedback, adaptive triggers. The design is different. Like they went for a next generation. Like Microsoft seems like they're just playing, this, okay, it's not broken. People love it. Let's just stay with it and just add a couple more feature stuff, which, okay, and stuff, that's a fair point, but it's just, I see a lot more people talking about the DualSense than this controller.
Is just tap it once to capture a screenshot, or press and hold it to capture a game clip. And what this really does is let me keep my focus on the game. So when something awesome happens and I'm like totally freaking out and I need to actually capture that clip, I don't have to take my attention away from the game. I don't have to go into some other menu. I just hit that share button right there and it's automatically captured.
Nice. And we've been talking about speed a lot. Not only is it faster than ever to actually take a clip or a screenshot, but also now it's faster to actually share it to your friends on social media, right?
Yeah, for sure. So when it comes time to share it, I really just go to my phone, I break up my phone. So once I've captured that clip, it automatically gets uploaded to Xbox Live and is available for sharing. I'll get a notification right here on my phone that says, hey, you got a new screenshot that's ready to share. And then I can just share that out to any of my friends or networks that my phone knows about. Like the phone is kind of like the ultimate sharing tool. Like it knows about, all the different places that I want to share. So really, I love that we're kind of making this whole process seamless and completing that here.
Nice. And then in that Xbox app, I know there's new features that's been redesigned. Walk us through that.
This is the new Xbox mobile app, and we've actually totally rebuilt this app from the ground up in anticipation of the Series X and S launch. So this is actually the app that you're going to use to set up your new console on day one. You're going to be able to use it to log in your Microsoft account, put in your Wi-Fi password, set up all your settings while your console's taking that day one update. And then after that, your console is really just linked directly to your phone. So now, I can just interact with my console right from my phone. So if I'm, out anywhere in the world and I, get really inspired about a particular game that I want to go check out, I can go and search for it right here and remotely download it to my console. So when I get home, it's all ready to play. Also, if I don't, if I just can't wait until I get home to play and I really need to get some gaming in, we also have a brand new feature called Remote Play, which is awesome. And basically, this lets you be able to remotely play any game that's installed on my console here via the Xbox.
I was doing this on the PlayStation app. These are not new features.
Xbox app, and all I have to do is just connect my Xbox wireless controller up to my phone, and then I'm just up and playing right here.
I love that. So your experience with the Xbox doesn't end with the TV and the console. It extends to your phone, and that is pretty dope. Okay, so let's find more games. I know Xbox Game Pass is a great way to discover your next favorite game, and directly from home, we actually have content blocks, and Xbox Game Pass is one of them. So let's talk about that.
So as I was saying earlier, really one of the things that we want the dashboard and home to be able to do is to help you find that next thing to play, help you find that next game. So when you're kind of going around looking for inspiration and you're browsing around the dashboard, Game Pass is a big part of that, and we've really built that into the experience. And when I go down from the top of home here, you can see the Game Pass block, and you can check out all of our featured titles, what's been added to the Game Pass catalog recently. When I click into it, you sort of get the full experience and get to look at the full breadth of the catalog here. Be able to go in here, check out the details about one of these games, be able to kick it off for an install if it's looking cool.
Nice. And of course, on November 10th, we have a huge addition to Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yeah, on November 10th, launch day for these consoles, we are adding EA Play to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you access to all those games that are in the EA Play catalog, all the games, all the trials, and you can just play them right here if you have Ultimate.
Does that give me access to Titanfall 2?
It will give you access to Titanfall 2.
Harrison, you just made my day. I'm super excited. So of course, if a game is not in
Did this man just say Titanfall 2? Titanfall 2 was a good game. But in 2020?
Xbox Game Pass, you just want to purchase it, then you go over to the Xbox store, which I hear has been redesigned, of course, speed.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just pop right into the store here, and the first thing that we really focus on with the new store is speed and performance. We wanted to make sure that it is as fast as possible for you to get into the store and to be able to search for games and find something that you want to play. So you saw how fast that launched. You can see as we're sort of going around here how quick the user interface is to navigate here. If I want to check out more details about a game, maybe I want to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I can click into it, check out the details page here, see trailers, information about the game, and kind of everything that I need to decide whether or not I want to buy it.
Nice, and of course that speed also translates to the download speeds, which I hear are improved on both the consoles.
Yeah, we have brand new advanced networking hardware in both of these consoles that lets us take more full advantage of your home internet connection when you're downloading games. So you're kind of not going to be bumping up against those kind of hardware restricted caps anymore on those downloads, and we'll be able to kind of more fully take advantage of that connection and get you those games faster than ever.
That is dope. And of course, to see all your games, you would head over to My Games and Apps, which I know has improvements on displaying the games, but also on showcasing where those games came from, right?
Yeah, definitely. So if I dive into My Games and Apps, like this is really where I go to see all the games that are installed on my console, as well as kind of see the games that I have access to as well. So just sort of coming into here, these are all the games that I have installed here. You can see kind of how fast all this is loading. You'll also notice that we have some badges on some of these tiles here that tell you which subscription these games are coming from. So you see Burnout Paradise Remastered coming from EA Play, Doom Eternal, as well as the Outer Worlds coming in from Game Pass. And it's just really nice to be able to scroll through here and just kind of see exactly where everything's coming from.
Yep, and all of those services obviously bring in more games than ever, and you may need a little bit of extra space. So little birdie told me that you have one of those new Seagate storage expansions with you.
I do.
There it is.
Right here. So this is the Seagate 1 terabyte storage expansion.
That is the Seagate 1 terabyte, $220. If you want to extend your storage for the Xbox to play Gears, Burnout Paradise, or something, you have to cough up 200. That's almost the price of the Xbox Series S. Are you kidding me? No. Wait till that thing drops down in price and stuff, because that is expensive. Are you kidding me? I remember when they came out and said that, I just like, everybody's eyebrows raised like, no. I don't think not a lot of people are going to buy that day one, because you got games, you got TVs, you got the new console. No, that's way too expensive, but
card. And I mean, this thing is really just like a marvel of engineering. The first time that I saw this, I was just totally blown away. So full terabyte of storage right in here. It plugs directly into the back of the console, and this storage is actually just as fast as, you know, our crazy fast NVMe SSD that we have inside the console. So that means that you're going to get those same load times. You're going to get quick resume. You're going to get to be able to, you know, play Xbox Series X and S games directly off of this drive.
But then also there's an option if maybe you need to store more games with the regular USB, right?
Yeah, for sure. So especially, you know, if you're looking to play backwards compatible games like Xbox One, Xbox 360, or original Xbox games, you can just plug in a USB hard drive like you do today and play any of those games off of here, and then, you know, save your kind of faster SSD storage for those next gen games.
I love that. Now that's the first time that I'm seeing it, and again, you were right. It is a marvel of engineering. Do you mind if I do the honors and plug it in?
Absolutely. There you go.
God, okay, here we go. Here we go, everybody. I am, boom. Look at that.
Right.
I did it, and that was fast. There you go. Again, we've been talking about speed this entire time, and almost every part of this experience is that. And so, Harrison, this has been fantastic. Thank you for walking us through this entire demo. And again, on November 10th, you're gonna get Xbox Series X and Series S.
All right, where do I begin? Let me start with the user face. The user face. It's really disappointing. The fact that they had just as much time and they just basically reusing the same interface with just a little bit of tweaks. It's just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. See, maybe I'm not nitpicking. I don't care, but it's just like, they could have did a little bit more to the interface. They could have changed it, tweaked it, and stuff like that. They could have did it, you know, better and stuff, because they were showing off some of these things, right? And basically, some of these features you can already do on on the Xbox One. So some of these features are not new, but of course, with the faster SSD and stuff like that, everything is quicker. Yes, no, that's the whole thing about these next-gen consoles is the quickness. But it's like they did like minimal like improvements to the UI, where Sony built theirs from the ground up and stuff like that, because we all know that PS4 user face was trash, laggy and stuff like that. So I actually prefer like the Xbox One, but I don't know, it's kind of disappointing, but it's whatever and stuff like that. It's a user face, so you know, so no, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, but kind of disappointed. Wish that they could have did more and stuff like that, but it's whatever. But this is what I want to talk about: the store. Now, Sony and stuff, they have their stores. They have the store built into the console already, basically into the console. and their store is still using a separate app and stuff like that. Now it is fast. It is fast stuff like that, but again, they could put a little bit more time into the user face and stuff like that, like how Sony did and stuff like that. Because look at this, it's the same interface, it's the same layout as as it's the same exact, interface. I don't know why they were hyping up this, because it's the same exact user face with just a little bit more tweaks and just faster. I get that they don't want to fix what's not broken and stuff like that, which I totally understand and stuff. It's it's a good interface, stuff like that, but they could have made a little bit something to separate it, put it aside from the Xbox. Because if someone turns on the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One X and says, which one is the Xbox One user face? You ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna know the difference, or what's the Xbox Series X user face. You ain't know. You're not gonna know what's the difference. So they could do a little bit more, but the store it's still a separate app, still fast and stuff like that. But again, I prefer Sony's approach. So how they did it, they practically, it's not a standalone app no more. Is built into the system. Now we gotta see how that's gonna go. But just at first glance, stuff like that, the PS5 user face has me, just because of the way that they built it. They changed it. You feel like you're stepping into next gen. This just feels like you're in next gen, but you kind of still feel the same as last gen and stuff like that. So it's just kind of disappointing, and especially of course now they'll talk about the app. Now the app and stuff like that, like if you have the Xbox out or the PlayStation app, some of these features that he was talking about, you can do that on the PlayStation app already. The remote play, the download games to your console if you have it on rest mode and connect to Wi-Fi. So these features are not new. Maybe they're new to Xbox. I don't know. I got an Xbox late, so I never had the Xbox app, so I can't tell you from experience. But if any of you guys had the Xbox, let me know down in the comments and stuff like that. But a lot of these features are not new and stuff. We had them for a while, but and then right here when they were talking about the controller. Now the controller for me, I like Sony's approach a lot better and stuff like that. And of course, I love both consoles and stuff. I'm not no fanboy at either or and stuff like that. But again, it's just me being real and stuff. Just just keeping it straight and stuff. They did went with if it's not broken, don't fix it, stuff like that. Now I actually like that Xbox One control and stuff like that. So that's not bad, but it's basically similar and stuff like that. Similar layout and stuff like that with the buttons. So just but then of course they just got the little new D-pad on the side, and then they got the share button in the middle and stuff like that. So, but it's basically like, okay, you know what, the controller's not that bad. Ain't gonna fix. We're just gonna smooth it out. It does look a little bit smooth out, but it's very similar and stuff like that. But if you have the Xbox One controller, you're not gonna know the difference and stuff like that. That's why some people were saying like there are two next gen consoles, but only one next gen controller. So if you want that next gen experience, you're gonna have to go with the dual sense and stuff like that. But if you don't care and you love the Xbox One controller and stuff like that, there you go and stuff like that. Just a little bit more enhancements, share button, new D-pad and stuff. But yeah, I guess that they made it smaller than the original Xbox One and stuff like that. Because if you guys don't remember, when the first Xbox One came out, that controller was bulky and stuff like that, so it didn't fit in a lot of people's hands and stuff like that. But hey, they say it's comfortable and stuff like that. I don't know. I gotta see why I get it, but it just looks basically the same. So I'm not expecting too much. I'm more excited for the dual sense and stuff like that. And of course, they were showing these games. Now it's so important. Like we haven't seen a true next generation game running on the Xbox Series X. Where is the power? You guys talk about power. 12 teraflops. Where is it? You're showing these indie games. You're showing Dirt 5. You're showing Gears. You're showing these games that came out, on the old, on the Xbox One and stuff. Where does I don't care if something's not if the game doesn't come out to next year. Like you got to show people to get excited for your console. If you show people this, and it's
I've
like,
never had it before, which
oh
is
my god, this game looks great. No, you can swim and stuff like that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't entice people like this. Like, look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? Like, dude, this is a joke. Like, yeah, you're supposed to get people hyped for these consoles, and you're showing these. They had the audacity to show Dirt 5, knowing how many people were talking about that game. The memes were going on. They show it. They say, you know what? We know that this game is getting bad rep. Let's just show it anyway. Like, come on, Microsoft. Like, come on. I don't know. It's just like, but of course, and you get to tell about the guys that the guys show because just like you guys show us what games we can play because I'm not into racing games. I know I don't care about the, but I know a lot of people don't care about Dirt 5 unless you're a fan of racing games. But not a lot of people are gonna go, okay, I'm gonna go buy an Xbox and to get Dirt 5 or that or the other game because basically what you're gonna be doing is playing a whole bunch of backward compatibility games or third party titles and stuff like that. But this like no, of course I'm still getting the Xbox Series X and stuff, but without a doubt. But it's just like you have to convince people that are on the fence that are like, why would I buy an Xbox? Or the people that says, oh, Xbox is trash, it's been trash. Like you gotta convince those people like this is what we got. Bam, this game is gonna be running at 4K 60 ray tracing. Like where is it at? Like Sony literally is Spider-Man and showing these big graphic leaps and frame rates. Like where is it at, Microsoft? Like where is it at? He's showing games like this. And of course, they're okay. So this is when they was walking through the user face and stuff like that. It's the same. So I can go on that screen right now and press the home button. It's basically the same. So I don't get it. I don't get why they were showing this because it's not new. Like it just frustrating because this is a new menu. It's not new. It may be faster and tweaked, but it's not new. And yes, you can capture gameplay, but it's not new. I've been playing the Xbox for a while now, and I know my way around it. But come on, like. But what I'm gonna say, my final thoughts on it. Disappointed. This, like I said, I'm still getting the Xbox stuff like that because I'm a fan of both and stuff like that. But it's just disappointing how they're coming and stuff. It seems like, and no, I know that their main focus is on Game Pass and getting you subscribed because at the end of Xbox and Microsoft, they don't care where you play and stuff. You can play anywhere, which is great. It's a very pro consumer. So if you're on PC, Xbox, on your phone stuff, so you can play anywhere. That is fantastic. I wish Sony did something like that a little bit more and stuff like that. But it's just the fact is that when you do like minimum changes to the UI or to the experience of your consoles, it's just like I don't know. It just feels like you could do more. So I know they focus on Game Pass, but don't forget that people love the Xbox. People love console gaming and stuff like that. They want to see that next step and next gen and stuff like that. And when you're coming well, basically the same user face from last gen or this current gen, people be like, I might well just keep my old Xbox until I can upgrade and stuff like that, because people not gonna go out and fly off the shelves and stuff for Xbox because it's basically the same thing now. It is faster, of course, with the SSD and stuff. It is the more powerful console, but you gotta show on the games. That's my only concern. It's the UI is whatever, you know, at the end of the day and stuff like that. It's still a good UI. If at the end, if at the end of that, if it don't broke, don't fix it. Fine, cool, whatever. And so I move past that. But you gotta start showing people games that show the power and capability of the system and stuff like that. Now I know it's early. A lot of developers don't know these systems good. No, they're still learning about all the features and the processors and all that stuff. So of course, it's gonna take like about a year, maybe 2 years to get to actually show what these systems can actually do. But for now, the Xbox itself, how they're marketing it and showing it off, it's not really good in my opinion and stuff like that. They could have been a little bit better, a lot better, especially when it came to UI. Now, if they just tweaked the UI and kept it with the same layout but made it different, not too many boxes on the screen and stuff like that, it'll be fantastic. But I don't know and stuff, but what do you guys think about the Xbox UI and the user face and stuff like that, and the controller? Let me know down in the comments below and stuff like that. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure that you smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure that you check the video out, cause it help the channel out so much. And yeah, it's just a shame. So I personally prefer the PlayStation 5 UI just because it looks clean and stuff, and it looks clean, and Sony looks like they wanted to make you feel like you're going to the next generation and stuff like that. But I guess it is what it is and stuff like that. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take it easy.